Hey, this is Debbie with Food Prepping Channel, and today I'm going to show you how to fix something for breakfast. A lot of us like eggs and bacon, sausage, gravy biscuits, biscuits, toast, whatever for breakfast. But then there's some of us that also like sweet stuff for breakfast, and this is like coffee cakes or whatever. My grandparents used to get up every morning. My grandma made lemon pound cake all the time, and she would get up every morning and they'd have a piece of cake and drink a cup of coffee before they went to work. But this is going to be a sweet breakfast casserole, and it's French toast casserole. So the first thing I've got to do is, this is my 13 by 9 inch pan, and I have to butter it. So I'm just going to take this is a stick of margarine, and I was going to do that. Now I'm just going to have to use my fingers. And I'm going to butter this. And even though this is a temptation pan and nothing sticks to it, I'm still going to butter it just to make sure that, which really doesn't make sense, but I'm just going to do it anyway. Alright, so I have the whole pan buttered. Now let me put this margarine over here and wipe my fingers off. Here, Caden. Alright, put that up here, and then I'm going to get out. I have one whole loaf of country sourdough bread, and I'm going to open this, of course, and you use the whole loaf of bread in this. So this is going to feed a family of I don't know how many. Probably about 8 servings. This will probably make about 8 servings. So you take your bread, and I'll just do half of it at a time. And I'm going to cut it in half. And then I'm going to cut the half in half. And then I'm going to turn it around, and I'm going to cut it that in half. I'm going to cut that in thirds. And then I'm just going to put all of this into the casserole dish. This bread smells so good. Alright, so I'm going to cut this in half. Out and cut your finger. And I did cut my finger. I'll be right back. Okay, you've witnessed me getting cut with this awfully sharp knife that my daughter got me for Christmas. So I'm going to go back to cutting these now that I've gotten all of my cut bandaged up. So we're just filling up the casserole dish with this sourdough bread. And when I get this finished, just so y'all won't see me getting cut again, in case I do, which I usually don't, but I did today. So y'all witnessed it. So I'll bring you back when I finish cutting up all this bread. Okay, I'm back. And I've got all the bread cut up in my casserole dish. And now what I'm going to do is, I've got 3/4 of a cup of sugar that I'm going to put in this bowl. And then I have 8 eggs that I'm going to try to crack. and not get any in there. And I'm definitely going to have to change this Band-Aid after I do this. There's 4, 5, 6, 7, alright, there's 8 eggs. Here's the 8 eggs in here. And I'm going to use 1.5 cups of milk. Oops. Alright, so there's 1.5 cups of milk. I'm going to put that in there. And then I'm going to use 1 cup of heavy whipping cream. Oops. And then I'm going to use 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Whoop. Alright, and I'm going to whisk this and get it all mixed together. Get these eggs broken up. Something just fell outside my house. It's really windy here today and really quite chilly. It's a good day to be cooking, and that's what I'm going to do today. I've got several things that I'm going to show y'all today, but this is the one thing that I had to do first. So let me make sure I've got all these together. Alright, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put my casserole dish down here. And I'm going to pour this mixture all over this bread. And then I'm going to let this sit. I'm going to put this in the refrigerator. And I'm going to let this sit and soak up all this milk and cream and the sugar for a good 2 hours. And when I get to the next step, I'll bring you back. Okay, I'm back. And this is the French toast casserole, the bread and the eggs and the sugar and the vanilla. That's been soaking in the refrigerator for about 2 hours now. And what I'm doing is I'm cutting up a stick of margarine to go in the topping for the for this breakfast casserole. And what I've done is I've got a 1/2 cup of flour in here. This is just all-purpose flour. And I've got to put a 1/2 cup, and that's a packed cup of brown sugar, and it doesn't matter really whether you use light or dark. I'm using light. Alright, and I've got a half a cup of light brown sugar in there. I'm going to put in a fourth of a teaspoon of salt. And then I'm going to put in 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. But I really think I want to put in more cinnamon, so I'm going to put in 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon. Because I really like cinnamon. And now I'm going to take my butter. My margarine, sorry. Okay, I'm going to take the butter. And now I'm going to use the pastry blender, pastry cutter. And I'm going to mix all this up. And I should have gotten a bigger bowl, and I knew I should have, but I was hoping that I could get it in here and not make a big mess. But that just wouldn't be me, because I can't cook without making a huge mess. Alright, now let's go back to this. And what I need to do is I need to get this into all this margarine mixed in with this, the cinnamon and the flour and the sugar and the salt. And I am going to have to get a bigger bowl, and I'll bring you back. Okay, I wanted to show you, this is what I come up with after using the pastry cutter. I've got 1 stick of margarine in here, a half a cup of flour, half a cup of brown sugar, 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon, and a fourth of a teaspoon of salt. And I've had my oven preheating at 350, and if you want a more moister casserole, you can cook it for 45 minutes. And if you want it more of a firmer, you can cook it for an hour. And I'm going to cook this for an hour because I want it a little bit firmer instead of softer. So I'm going to put this, I'm going to cover the top with this. You're Caden in the background. Isn't it weird how every movie I make for YouTube, he's always in the background? He could talk to Grandma while Grandma makes this. He's talking to Grandma. Yes, you are. I hear you talking to Grandma. Grandma can't look at you right now because I'm doing this. But I can talk to you. Alright, so this is all, I'm going to make sure that it's all spread on here evenly. And now I'm going to put this in the oven on 350 and cook it for an hour. And when it's finished, I'll bring you back. Okay, I'm back, and here's the finished dish. This is French toast casserole, breakfast casserole. And here's my bowl. And I've got 1 little pat of margarine on it. Well, country crock shed spread. And my favorite syrup, and I can't get it open, is Casserole pancake and waffle syrup. I can only find it at Kroger, but it is my favorite. And I'm going to try this and let you all know what it tastes like. Oh, smells so good. Mmm. Mmm. Oh, that is amazing. The topping is crispy, and it's like, oh, it is just so good. And I love cinnamon. So this is like a hard topping on it. It's really good. Mmm. If you like this recipe, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and you have a wonderful day. Thank you.